You know, this is my 4th year at SEMA, and I got a lot of ground to cover. I got cars and trucks to see. I got parts and wheels and tires, and you know what? Here's the spider display. It's also about beautiful ladies. You mind if I take a selfie? Let's take a selfie with the girls. Okay, thank y'all. I got work to do now. Well, you're not gonna believe this one. I've been coming to SEMA for years, and I've seen cars made out of about every material known to man. Steel, plastic, aluminum. Now, I have seen a log home, but I've never seen a log car. This is a car actually made of wood. In fact, it's noted as the world's fastest log. It's run up to 47 to 48 miles per hour. Now, one thing about it, if it's made out of wood, made from a tree, you'll never have to worry about it rusting. I actually asked him if I could take a spin in it, and then it dawned on me. I'm actually allergic to trees. You know, sometimes when you come across a vehicle at SEMA, you have to look at the description. I love the name of this right here, Roadkill Stubby Bob. A 1950 Ford F6 with a 454 long block. And don't you love it where it says paint job? It just says rust. And one thing I did read, this thing can do wheel stands. Could you imagine that? But one thing I'm a little confused, that even the description didn't tell me. Look at the engine and the transmission. It's back here facing that way. So Larry Mack's question, did they flip the body around or did they flip the engine and the transmission around? Now, I never considered myself a really good welder. I could weld just enough to get by, but I worked with some fabricators. They could weld like never before. Now, sometimes I would say, you know what? There's a guy that he laid a bead, looked like it was laid by a machine. Well, today you can actually say that. Performark, a robotic welding system. And we talk about welded by a machine, just look at that bead and that weld right there. You know, I'm not a big fan of orange, but this Ford crew cab pickup truck definitely caught my eye. But the thing that caught my eye, look how high off the ground. You know how aggravating when you want to work on your car or truck, you got to find a jack and jack stands and creeper? Not with this crew cab truck. Just pull it in the garage. You can work on the engine. You don't even have to raise the hood. You can work on the transmission, the differential, anything about it. But two things did seem a challenge. You might need a step ladder to wash it. You might even need an elevator to get in it. You know, I'm always amazed when I come to SEMA. Yeah, the size of the crowd keeps growing, the displays keep growing, but just look at the exhibits. We're here at the Bora Display, and look at this video screen. You know, sometimes when you have a small footprint, a company really can't show off their product. So how they do is with a very cool video screen. When I look up at that thing, it almost makes me think I'm at Cowboy Stadium, Charlotte Motor Speedway, or even Texas Motor Speedway, where actually the race is this weekend. You know, no one knows color and paint like the people at PPG. In fact, I always love coming to their exhibit because it's a different theme every year. A few years ago, it was Mardi Gras. Last year, it was a circus and clowns. This year, it's a tribute to paint, but it's more so a tribute to our military. You know what? I normally don't get into riding motorcycles, but when I look at this motorcycle at the PPG exhibit, I would be more than proud to ride on this motorcycle. God bless America.